tips on making an intro video for an online teaching platform. You usually have just 2 minutes to make an impression on someone who can scroll many tutors with all different videos to find a tutor that they think suits them. It's important to talk about your work experience. With more casual teaching sites, that doesn't mean teaching experience. You don't need years and years of teaching so long as you are a native English speaker. So for example, in my intro video, I explained that I had just qualified as a TEFL teacher. Before that, I worked in offices and I did do a lot of work in recruitment offices or in HR departments. I did have experience with helping people with CVs, and that's something that students have seen in my video and come to me to get advice on. So don't worry if you don't have that experience. There are tens of thousands of people around the world who use online platforms. They all have different professions, they all have different goals in their language, so there will be people who will want to talk about the experience you have. But you can keep it sweet. You don't need to see this as a serious video where you're talking about your whole work history. Just an overview of the general area that you have experience in. Then I give a little bit about my interests. Most people don't actually want to talk business, they just want general conversation practice. It will help if you have similar interests to have a connection. Sometimes you just can't find common ground with someone. That's life. Sometimes conversations are more awkward than others. Finally, I talk about my teaching style. I say I'm quite patient, I'm quite friendly, which I hope is true. Although I like to think of myself as funny, I don't think I'm overly funny, and my humour's quite British, so that wouldn't translate anyway. So decide what type of teacher you want to be that is true to your own personality, and then you are bound to attract people that like that in you. I do get maybe some students who are more self-deprecating about their English level, and I think they came to me because I am patient, whereas other students might be more flamboyant and want a real conversationalist, someone who's very funny. So if that's you, then you can play to that. There will be something about your personality if you have got as far as wanting to teach and wanting to connect with people around the world. There will be something you can market there. And that's it. Just a brief bit of information of your work background, what you do, a little bit about your interests, and what type of teacher you are. And if you can get across your personality, don't be too nervous, don't be too formal, then I don't see why you wouldn't easily start to pick up students on an online teaching platform. Of course, for children's teaching, it's a little bit different. You do need to be a little bit more animated and appealing to work with children, and you can see my greeting video for Dada ABC. I will link it here if you want to have a look at that to see how different it is. I'm not technical, I don't know how to show you the video that is embedded in Cambly, so I'm going to create the video that I would do if I was just starting out now, and I hope that helps. Without further ado, I'm going to take you over to show you my mock welcome video for students. Hi, I'm Charlie and I'm from the UK. I have 2 years experience working as an online teacher now, since I got my TEFL qualification in early 2018. I'm patient and approachable in my teaching style, and what to expect from a session with me would be quite an informal lesson. I'm happy to be guided by you and what you want to learn. I do have a business admin background and a recruitment background, so I have helped students with CVs, with interview preparation, checking over emails and business correspondence, and I'm also a student studying creative writing. So I'm happy to help with any queries you have around written English and grammar as well. As well as business English, I'm also more than happy to have informal conversation and give you advice when I do hear incorrect phrases and expressions. But I would keep it light, keep it relaxed, and I'm a people person. I like to talk about anything and everything, so I hope to see you on Cambly soon. Okay, so that's it. Like I said, it's not a big scary video. They're not looking for you to be a technical whiz. That's another thing to know with some online platforms like Cambly. You cannot edit your introduction video. You film it within their platform, which can be frustrating because I love that I can edit out all the times I stop and on here. Can't do that on Cambly. So I'm purposely going to try and not edit the video that you will have just seen to give you an idea of how it sounds more natural. I hope you have a great week of earning and learning and having fun, and I will see you next week.